Whether you were there for competition, for fun, or to help raise some money, the Alan Lafleur Tournament of Hope in Taylor this past weekend was another downright success.
There's lots of teams that will tell you it's the only tournament they do the whole year.
This year saw a record number of teams, a total of 32, and smashing last year's count of 26. But through its 9-year history, regardless of how many teams take part, it still has the same fundraising goal the late Alan Lafleur began with.
He found out there was a little boy that had cancer and they needed money. They were struggling for traveling. He threw a tournament together in a matter of no time and was able to give a shoebox of money to the family, and from then said to Velma, we need to do this every year.
Since then, they've raised more than a combined $40,000. Each year, a new family is chosen to receive the funds who's directly battling or have lost the battle to cancer in the past. 2 families were chosen this year.
Jordan Jones and the family of Christy Mahood. Christy passed away in May, and then Jordan Jones is still receiving treatment.
And with a record amount of teams, it only seems right that a record fundraising total would also be reached. In fact, their initial goal of $10,000 came early in the tournament, and estimations have the final totals around $15,000.
First year was actually the first time we had raised the most money. This will be the only year that's actually beat out that year.
For it to come this big is pretty unreal, and you know that he's got to be helping out from up there, pushing it along, and this is something he would have always wanted it to be, this big and this much fun and this many people together.
Now, one of the key points which separates this tournament from the rest is it's a red eye, which basically means games are played around the clock 24 hours a day from Friday until Sunday afternoon.
I think it was probably about 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, that Velma and Jackie just decided, we're going to switch this to a red eye. We can get more teams in, and ultimately it's a fundraiser, so we can make more money for these families that are traveling to help them out a little bit.
And it certainly helped the popularity of the tournament grow. For more information and ways you can continue the donation effort, you can find a link on the CJDC-TV website. Mitch Bach, CJDC-TV Sports, Taylor.